welcome back. Now, y'all already know what it is. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So let's jump right into it. If you're new here, my name is Nadia. I am the owner of Click Pop Studio, and we are a colorfully loud creative agency for bold brands. And today is a behind the scenes day. I have a client that I'm shooting for, and they are a supplements brand. And today we're going to be shooting some liquid IV. They got new packaging done, and they want an overhaul of creative images for their new debut. And today we're going to be going over a few different setups. Now, we do have some stop motion concepts planned out, but I really love to turn the images that I create into stop motion images as well. That means once everything is assembled, I get the hero shot, and then when it's time to disassemble everything, I'm taking things away one by one just so that I can film things, record things backwards so that I can play them forward. So I'm creating more content, out of one requested piece of content. That's just something I like to do because I like creating stop motion videos, and it's always a nice surprise to add to the raw gallery for a client to review because they may want a video, but they just may not know that they want that. Now, the flavor of the liquid IV is strawberry, so we will be doing a little bit of food styling today. The shot list for this particular project calls for 2 creatively styled images as well as 2 stop motion videos. Now, the entire theme surrounding this entire shoot is based on the word hydration, meaning we'll be shooting everything in water, spraying things with water and glycerin to give that condensation look, as well as spraying the fruit just to give them that juicy look and feel. During the styling session, I'm going to stay mic'd up so that you can hear, I guess, the little changes, the little notes that I make whenever I am styling something. I will talk through some of the things that I am doing in the moment, but if I do miss something, let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. I'm excited to get started, so let's kick it to the other side of my studio. Okay, so welcome to the other side of my studio. Today is a behind the scenes shoot, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of talking as well as a little bit of styling today. And I'll probably speed through some of the styling just so that this video isn't like 3 hours long, because styling and shooting is a process. When it comes to figuring out where your lighting is going to go, that's a whole process. So I'm just going to be going step by step on a few tips and tricks. So we're going to get started with styling on this pink backdrop with a pink base, maybe some cubes here and there. My camera is here. I have a key light right here. I don't know if you can really see it. And then I have my computer tethered to both my camera as well as another monitor just so that I can see everything. I'm going to be playing around with this hero shot. We're going to be doing some backlit concepts with some sliced fruit, and I will be using some water with a mixture of glycerin and a spray bottle just to kind of hydrate some of the fruit as well as maybe the glass that the liquid is in. I'm thinking I'm going to be doing the shoot with the packaging as well as some of the smaller packets outside of the packaging with some styled sliced fruit around it. So let's get started. Okay, so right now we're kind of working with a lot of pink. I haven't decided yet if I want to go with this flat surface, flat textured base, or maybe this stylized kind of what is this? Tile, maybe this fake tile backdrop. I haven't decided yet, so I may shoot both concepts and just give both options to my client, and they can decide which one they like or not. So I think I'll go ahead and start off with that base first. And I already kind of have the concept of hierarchy. Oops, I'm knocking things over. I already kind of have the concept of hierarchy, so I know that I want the main packet of hydration kind of centered here, maybe a little bit in front, and then I want to have a glass. We may fill that with water right behind it. And I'm thinking I'm going to have some strawberries kind of styled around it, maybe a strawberry pierced at the top of the glass. And so these are the smaller packets that come inside of the actual overall packaging. So I'm gonna style for this concept to be dry, and then just to get the lighting correct, and then I'm gonna add the liquid to the glass, and then again spray it with the glycerin and water just to give it that really wet condensation look. Just to amplify, I guess, the tastiness of the drink or the flavor of it all. So yeah, we're gonna play around with the concepts of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my fruit. Okay, so I now have my fruit. Just gonna open that up and see what's happening. Okay, so right now we have everything just kind of lined up. Let me do a test shot again. My camera is tethered, so I can take all of my shots from my actual laptop. So I'm just gonna hit that. As of right now, it's looking a little dark. We only have a 2-light setup. I have a light behind here, and then as you saw in the beginning, I have one right up front. But I'm thinking I may need to place a white bounce card right here just to kind of bring in more light. You could also add in a 3rd light, but I really want to test to see if having a bounce card is all the extra light that I will need. So let me go ahead and grab that. Okay, I'm gonna use my little hand sanitizer just to kind of hold up the bounce card, and then we're gonna do another test to see if that works. Okay, let me see here. Okay, it brought in a little bit of light, but I'm thinking I might want to add in another light after all, because it did bring in some light to the side and it took away some of the shadows over here, but it's not enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so as you can see, we brought in a 3rd light. So let's move this stuff out of the way. Okay, and let's turn the trigger for our lights back on. So now we're at a 3-light setup. We have the one behind the camera. We have the one right underneath the table, hitting that backdrop for a nice backlit shot. And then we have this softbox right here just to bring in more light. So let's do a test shot on that. Okay, that brought in a lot more light. So as you can see back on the monitor in the back, that's before we added the 3rd light softbox. And this is after, so it's bringing a lot more light around front. So I'm actually gonna move this whole thing a little bit to the left, just so it's centered in the paper. Let's do another test shot. Okay, so I'm actually liking this surface. It's not bothering me too much. So what I think I'm gonna do is start styling and then see how I like it. I'm not a fan of this right here, so that may change. So I may have things kind of scattered just to see what it looks like and what it feels like. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the styling. I think I want to move this over just a smidge. Do another test shot. Okay. There we go. I want separation between these 2 blocks, but I also want there to be enough space in between the top of the side of the packaging as well as the glass. So let's see. And this is just my method. I'm constantly moving things, inching things to the left or to the right, taking a shot just to make sure that I have what I want in camera, and then I can go in and style and move everything around. That's my process. That's what I like to do. You know, your process may be a little bit different. I work with, let me see here. I work with a lot of mounting tape. This one's from Scotch, and it looks like little putty. I use it so that if I'm working with something round, it doesn't roll away. If I need a package like this to lean more forward, I'll put it behind it, because right now I don't like this dark line that's happening. You can see it on the screen in the back. So what I would do would be just to wedge this behind the packaging just so it leans a little bit forward and stands a little bit more straight. And let's take another shot. And there we go, perfect. So this is the before with it leaning back, and this is the after. Great. Okay, cool. I think we're ready to start styling. So let me go ahead and grab my plate of strawberries. Let me just take a few and just move this. Because it's no longer strawberry season, it was not easy finding good looking strawberries. Strawberries are very delicate and they smush easily. They're not my favorite to style with, honestly, because they get kind of slimy, which I don't like. But we have a few good ones in the bunch. So move that to the side and let's get started. So let's see here. This one is actually really pretty. I think I might just want to have it. Do I want it on the left or to the right? I think I want it over here, just to kind of have the cascading thingy. So I'm thinking that I want to have this strawberry. Wait, what's the pretty side before I slice it and dice it? Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop it up there. Okay, I actually don't mind the green. I think it's kind of cute. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so let's look at, ooh, see, we're dripping already. Told you this one thing about strawberries, they get slimy quick. Let me just put the baby ones up there. That's not really that pretty, but it's cute. It's cute enough. Okay, so I kind of like this one as well, but it's a little bit too big. Let me say again, use this little putty to kind of stand it up. Okay, so I'm thinking I may want to slice and dice this one. So let's see, will that do? Yeah, the slices aren't really doing anything for me. Let me wipe that down. Because based on where the camera is angled, they're not really pretty. So let me see, I could try them bumped up a bit with my little putty here. So let's see, because right now they're kind of staggered and they kind of blend in with the bag and they look a little bit like a mess. So I don't mind this combination. I definitely think it needs more strawberries, but I don't want to add in too much because I don't want to overpower the actual product. And that's something that you have to kind of play around with when it comes to styling any type of props that emphasize what the product actually is. You never want to overpower the product, the props with the product. Because again, we're not selling strawberries, we're selling the strawberry flavored protein powder, electrolyte powder, hydration powder. I keep saying protein, hydration powder. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so I kind of like that. Let me bump it up just a little bit more with putty because I kind of want it to stand. Oh, maybe I can use one of the slices of strawberries. Oh, they're so slippery. Okay, let me get you out of there. Okay, I actually like that staggering. I actually like the staggering of this. Kind of want to bring this one down just a bit. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's toss some of these packets in the mix. Maybe I want to have that there. And then maybe a few more strawberries just kind of in the wild. Maybe have some green facing it. Let's see what that looks like. Maybe we only need the one. So maybe we have it here. Maybe we have it there. And then we bring this strawberry up just so it's not blocking it. Gonna come around the other side, so I'll be blocking the monitor. I'm gonna go ahead and fill the cup up with water. That's good. Okay, that's a cute setting. So let me just stand up top and capture that. Let's see what that looks like. I don't know if I want my fingertips are in it. I have my tether set to a 2-second delay so that I can get that into play. Yeah, we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna open it. Auto-focusing to make sure everything's good. Something I should have done earlier, but didn't know. Okay, let's try it again. I think I got a little bit more powder left in here. Okay. I think we got a really good shot. Ooh, that one's really good. Yeah, I got a really good shot of the pour, and I'll have that pop up now so you guys can see it. I'm going to do a little bit of mixing just to keep this water from looking so cloudy, so we can get a good shot of the water. And then I'm going to spray the cup with my mixture of glycerin and water. Probably should have done this with warm water just so everything melted. But, you know, you live and you learn. I'm going to go ahead and spray, shake it. You always want to shake your mixture of glycerin. And I'm just spraying that just so that it looks, you know, a little bit drenched, a little bit hydrated. Let's hydrate this cup. Let's go ahead and get another shot. Let me get out of the frame. Yeah. So you see, if we zoom in, we see the hydration just a little. Let me spray it just a little bit more because it is a cloudy mixture. I mean, it's protein. I keep saying protein. It's electrolytes. So let me see what that looks like. Maybe I should put some ice cubes in it. Okay, we got some water there. But you know. Oh no! I didn't realize the strawberry fell. I don't know when it fell. You guys didn't tell me. Okay. And we're done with the first shot, so let's move on to the next.